Hey Deadgrinners, this is Deadgrin, and I'm bringing you another update video on some of my customs that I've been working on. I know I've been making a series for the Great Saiyaman, and then I was about to start another one with Dabura, but I have been waiting so long to get some of the things that I've needed for actually a lot of my customs, so I'm just gonna knock out a couple of them in this video. So first of all, I finally received some of the world collectible figures that I needed to make the Great Saiyaman and to make Dabura. I just want to tell you guys right now, some of them are official world collectible figures and some of them are bootleg, and you can tell the difference quite easily once you see them next to each other. Like, I got the head for the Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman from this world collectible figure. It's episode of Boo Volume 2. Gohan, he's in his mystic form. Well, he's in the Supreme Kai uniform. I'm sorry. The way you know it's official, it comes with one of the stickers, and the quality, man. I mean, it's right there. You can see it in his face. The detail in his face, the expression on his face, the detail of the skin tone. I ended up using my Dremel to be able to, make the hole for the neck itself, and then I made for the peg, another one for the peg. I removed because he came with earrings. I removed the earrings, and now he just looks like a really pissed off, Gohan that's powering up. And I also got some bootlegs, but they came without boxes, and I got a couple of them, and I bought a couple of them on purpose because they were sets, and I needed a couple of heads. So I wanted to see which Gohan heads could work as far as the bootlegs one went, and I got this Teen Gohan, when he's in school. And I also got the Ultimate Gohan, Now, the quality on this one is kind of shoddy, When you do look at his face, it looks kind of weird. The paint is kind of off. And then when you compare it to the other one, the skin tone is kind of off. I don't know if you could see it that good on the camera, but this one has a more natural color, while this one's kind of pinkish. Like, the plastics are different, and that's the big thing that I took from this. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this head. If you guys think I should, let me know. Otherwise, I might end up using it for something else. I could use it as the base head for the Great Saiyaman with the helmet on. I like this one because it makes him look pretty innocent and happy, like he's like resting before the tournament, trying to impress Videl or something. And then let me just put the other one. That one just looks awesome. Now that's my favorite one. And so yeah, those are the heads that came with that one. I'm gonna start finishing off the Great Saiyaman now that I have some heads to work with. Like I said, so far I have 3. I might end up getting the one with the bandana from an official world collectible figure, just because I know the quality will be there, and I want this figure to come out looking perfect. I don't want it to look like a bootleg. I want it to look like a real figure that you would go out and buy, because I know Dragon Stars is gonna come out with a Gohan figure, I think in the next, not the wave that's coming up, not wave 4, but I think it might be like wave 5 or 6. But by then, it'll be a while. I'm not sure if it'll be later this year or next year. So with the figures that I'm making, I'm hoping I could make it look, official as far as the Great Saiyaman goes. And I'm pretty sure they'll never make a Great Saiyaman, but who knows? Fingers crossed that they might. Now, the other one that I've been working on is the Dabura. Last time you saw him, he was basically still the same. I've made two big differences. The first difference is that I ended up sculpting this part. Originally, I had to cut into them with the cuticle stick, and it looked all right. It didn't look perfect, so I went back and I was studying the pants on some of the SH figure arts and the way the folds are, and I think I did a way better. I think I mimicked it a lot better. The folds on the pants. Now I think it looks more of the Dragon Ball style, I guess. So I'm gonna continue on with this one, and I'll probably end up finishing off the pants, like, adding some sculpting here on the knees and finishing off around the boots. Definitely need to finish those boots, and I need to finish off what's left of the thing that goes around his neck, and then the puffs that go around his shoulders. Now, I did get a World Collectible figurehead for this one as well, and it looks great with it. Like the proportions, the scale on the Great Saiyaman and Dabura still looks awesome. The only problem is, since it was a bootleg World Collectible figure, the eyes are totally wrong. He's supposed to have more like serpentine, like snake eyes, like where there's slits instead of like circles. And in the beard itself, the way it was painted on is wrong with the lines that are in the sculpt itself. So I'm gonna have to fix that. And then he's supposed to be having like this sinister smile. I'll add that too. I'm gonna add some shading on the actual head, just so it'll look way better when when it's all said and done. And I'll end up trying to match as best as I can the skin tone that I'm going to add on the head to the rest of the exposed body parts. But yeah, Dabura is looking awesome. Like the way he's coming out, like I'm seriously surprised that it came out that good using a WWE figure. But I'm glad it worked out. Now, I could end the video right here, but I want to make one more little show you a little bit of progress on another custom. This one has to do with the Ranch figure. I know I talked about it a while back. I got a pan figure, from a while back, a GT, Dragon Ball GT pan figure. I removed her head. Everybody hated the head. I don't know. You guys be the judge, I think it's decent. It's not the worst head. But I can understand why people, thought it looked kind of weird. And this is the body that the head used to be on. I just, heated it up, loosened it, and then just popped it off. And one of the heads that I was waiting on was actually this Videl head. And I like the details as far as the face goes. I think this head looks way better. And I'll end up using that one as the Ranch head. I know it looks kind of weird now, only because I haven't drilled out the head or anything. I haven't even tried modifying it yet. But that's the head that I'm going to end up using for Ranch. I'm going to have to sculpt the whole head as far as the hair goes. But yeah, so Ranch is in the works, guys. Everybody thinks that I either forgot about it or something. But no, she's there. It's just the head has a lot to do with it, and the joints are super loose on the figure, so I need to figure out a way to tighten them back up. And I've been, researching online of how to actually do that with the Irwin figures, and it's a little bit more technical than I thought, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. And one more figure that I want to update you guys on. Everyone has been asking me if I'm going to do another Raditz figure. And, I wasn't sure if I was going to originally, but since there were so many people asking for it, I decided to go ahead and, with some of the parts that were left over. When I made the Great Saiyaman, there was an upper body and the arms of the Goku that were left over, and then the pants from the Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And so I ended up, grabbing that and then getting a World Collectible figurehead that has the Raditz face. And this is how it looks as a base form Raditz. I just need to remove the scouter. But unfortunately, I think if I remove the scouter, I don't think there's going to be an ear behind that scouter. But yes, there is another, Raditz figure in the works. It's going to look a little different from the original one. This one's going to look more like closer to the attire, I think, that he wears in some of the art I've seen for Dragon Ball R&R. I'm not going to have him have a ponytail. I'm just going to have him with his hair loose. And I'll probably end up extending the hair out because this one's kind of small, It's I want to have it right there, so I'm gonna have to add a significant portion in the middle there, just so it can hang down. Technically, his hair should be like all the way down here, but that's gonna be way too heavy for a figure. So that's the problem with Raditz, and I think that's probably why we haven't seen official SH Figure Arts or Dragon Stars or any other kind of articulated figure. The hair has a lot to do with it. But yeah, guys, there's a bunch of customs that I'm working on right now. So the Great Saiyaman, Dabura, Ranch, and Raditz 2.0, they're all coming along, and I'm hoping to finish Dabura before the end of the month, and the rest hopefully by the end of the week. But with work and my family and other kind of things, other priorities that I have to get out of the way, it is taking a while. I sold the original Raditz figure to Masako X himself. He bought it. Lawrence ended up buying it. I haven't sent it to him because there was a bunch of paint that was chipping off. Like I said, I ended up doing that figure maybe a little too quick without prepping it properly. But luckily for me, I solved a lot of those paint rub issues and a lot of that flaking. So I'm gonna end up sending out a bunch of figures. I'm gonna send one to Masako. I'm gonna send another one to Kaioshin Kurt, another one to Tenku, another one to Halusa Twin, another one to Orak, and I'm hoping to be able to get that done before my birthday, which is May. Yeah, that's the whole update, guys. And I'm also gonna make a 100 subscriber video, but I might end up waiting till I get to 150 now, since I'm basically at 138 already. Thanks a lot, guys, for that support. Thanks a lot, Masako, for sharing my videos on your platform, on your YouTube and Twitter and everything else. Like, that really boosted my my sub count. Thanks, Orak, for believing in me from the very beginning, and thanks for everybody who's been supporting me along the way. Like, basically from last year up to right now, I've had so many great friends on Twitter and on YouTube and on Facebook, and actual my family and a couple other people that I know in real life supporting me and pushing me to actually go through with creating this YouTube channel and be able to spread some of the some of the stuff that I've been basically doing here at home for fun and sharing it with you guys. And I'm happy that some of you guys are enthusiastic enough to stay around and keep wanting me to do more. Like, so don't worry, guys, I'll make a 150 subscriber video celebrating my 150 subscribers when I reach that, and who knows, I'll figure something out to make that episode special. But yeah, so alright, guys, I'm kind of rambling on a little too long, but if you guys are liking the direction of this channel, like I always say, hit the like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this video if you can. If you're watching this in the morning, good morning, and for everybody else, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.